Good day, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, the 4th of August, 2021, about 8:35 a.m. Well, if we take a look, the stock market's certainly getting hit this morning. We had the ADP number, not a pretty number. That's part of it, and that's why this market is set back from the highs it set last night, and it's set back pretty good. Look at the metals. Look at silver and gold. Finally, they seem to be breaking out to the upside. We'll see if it has legs. Every time it's done this, they have failed. Part of this is the dollar down on the news. I think of that ADP, the increase of the COVID-19, the fact that we're now ostracizing, if you will, people that don't get vaccines. They're going to find themselves at a very far end of our society. You'll say I'm wrong on that, some of you, but I don't think you're going to be in the right camp. I think that what's going on is the press, the governments, they're all trying to turn most of the areas where we're seeing the COVID to people, of course, that aren't vaccinated, flooding the hospitals, and they're saying why. And if Pfizer gets the FDA approval where it means they've done enough tests and there's nothing out there, because right now everything's in an experimental stage, that changes the game even more against those people not vaccinated. Grain market's getting a bid. Look at the bonds and the notes. You do understand we were at the 117 area in the notes. You're going to be well under that right now. Getting hit hard on the energies. Again, the COVID situation in China. And in China, so you'll know, they are now stopping in some areas train movement between different cities to contain the COVID outbreak. They haven't yet gone into block by block locking down from what I'm reading, but it isn't good. Remember, I'm going to open the live webinar today at 12:15. If you haven't signed up for the webinar, look up here. You see this icon, click it. That's your invite to it. Fill out the form. You'll get an email from us with your user ID and password to come in. That's how you do it. And read further down. If you have questions for me, now is the time to write them. The U.S. MBA mortgage numbers, they were down 1.7% in all the different categories here. Certainly not the prettiest of numbers. Market Group's going to release their data in about 5-10 minutes here, coming out at 8:45. We'll see just how that's doing. They're looking for it unchanged. The ISM data comes out at 9 o'clock this morning. That's why I'm doing this a little later. I already know from my morning Spider ETF video, I want to get these numbers in there, and then I'll put out the updates. And in the Eurozone, these are the best numbers that the market has seen since 2006. And yeah, they weren't as strong as the market thought, but that's going to be good. One other elephant in the room this morning, we have to get by that, is Vice Chair of the Fed, Clarita, is speaking this morning to the Peterson Institute. And as he does so, everybody's going to be looking to see what does he have to say, as he's one of the key men that makes up the Fed policy. I doubt there'll be any changes from what the Fed has right now. And in looking at this miss, did I have the ADP number up here? Well, I don't know that I do. But the ADP number came out at about 300,000 jobs. They were looking for 680,000. That's a huge miss on it. So the private sector isn't doing an awful lot of hiring at this point in time, and it makes sense given the COVID-19. People now questioning should they go back into the office and what's going on there. Again, I want to remind you I'm going to be holding the live webinar. This is the chance each week when